Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. says China's aircraft dropping of flares in Panatag Shoal in the West Philippine Sea is expected as Manila continues to assert its sovereign rights. On August 8, Chinese fighter jets fired flares into a path of a Philippine Air Force plane, according to the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Teodoro says the recent incident shows a continuous pattern from China.
We have to expect na ito ay continuous pattern na gagawin ng China laban sa atin. Ito ay continuous na struggle for presence and for assertion of sovereign rights in the area. So you will have to expect these things to happen.
Teodoro also highlights the importance of lodging a diplomatic protest to condemn China's latest action.
Hopefully, tumugon ang China sa international law at sa pangangailangan na mag-de-escalate, lalong-lalo na kung ang naratibo nila ay mali. Naturally, hindi tayo pwedeng pabayaan ito kahit nasabihin ng publiko, diplomatic protest or whatnot. We cannot not do it kung hindi nag-aakies tayo.
President Bongbong Marcos previously denounced the air incident, calling it unjustified, illegal, and reckless. Philippine National Police Chief General Ramil Marbel orders a stop to police officers carrying umbrellas for VIPs. In a speech following a flag ceremony in Camp Crame in Quezon City, Marbel says such an act is not part of a police officer's job as it is degrading for a man in uniform.
Pinagbabawal ko na po yung mga pulis natin. Every time we have an anniversary, nakakita po tayo yung mga pulis natin na naka-uniform, especially po yung mga corporal na mabababa po natin. And they are, sila po yung nagdadala ng mga payong.
Marbel reminds police officers that they are not bodyguards, drivers, and paid lackeys for VIPs.
Hindi po tama yan. Hindi po ganyan ang trabaho ng pulis. Let us respect our uniform. Pakita po natin na tayo may taong may dignidad. Tayo po tayo. Hindi po tayo tao na basta-basta. Pulis po tayo. Hindi po tayo bodyguard. Hindi po tayo driver. Hindi po tayo alalay. Hindi po tayo bayaran. Pulis po tayo.
The PNP previously received flack over matters concerning the treatment of VIPs. In May, 9 officials and members of the PNP Special Action Force were sacked after 2 of them were found moonlighting as bodyguards of a Chinese VIP. Months before that, a police officer was relieved for stopping traffic flow at a busy intersection along Commonwealth Avenue for an unidentified VIP. It turned out that the involved police officer stopped the traffic flow because he mistakenly heard the word VP and assumed Vice President Sara Duterte was the VIP. But the police officer was later reinstated after Quezon City Mayor Joy Belmonte argued that it should be the one who ordered the police officer to stop the traffic flow that should be investigated. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa wishes good luck to the Philippine National Police personnel as the police force changed its approach in its fight against illegal drugs. In a message to reporters, de la Rosa says he hopes and prays that the police force will succeed. Instead of focusing on street-level pushers and users, PNP Chief General Ramil Marbel previously said they would now target the supply chain and sources of illegal drugs. De la Rosa points out that when he was the PNP chief, they didn't discriminate as to who they were going to arrest in their war on drugs. He adds that all violators of the law were targeted in their anti-drug operations. De la Rosa was at the helm of the PNP when the administration of then-President Rodrigo Duterte launched a ruthless war against illegal drugs. Meanwhile, Senate President Chis Escudero and Senate Minority Leader Aquilino Coco Pimentel III backed the PNP's new strategy against illegal drugs. According to Escudero, the government should have focused on the supply chain of drugs from the start. He added that he has always questioned why the PNP catches only the petty pushers and not a single or several big drug lords. For his part, Pimentel agreed with the PNP's approach to target the suppliers of illegal drugs. Meanwhile, Senator Robin Padilla withheld his opinion on the issue, saying it still depends on the results of the new anti-drug drive. The mid-year bonus of government workers will be included in the first tranche of their salary increase to be released this year. Budget Secretary Amena Pangandaman discloses this after announcing that the Department of Budget and Management has already released the guidelines on the raise.
Napirmahan na po kaninang umaga yung National Budget Circular at saka Local Budget Circular. So we expect that ang publication nito ay tomorrow. But in the meantime, napadala na rin po natin yung guidelines sa ating national government agencies para masimulan na po nila ang computation ng mga adjustments. Retroactive from January, kasama din po ang mid-year bonus.
The budget secretary says the amount will be released as early as this month, depending on the government agencies.
Ito na, baka itong month na to, mabigay na yung retroactive nila. Tsaka yung depende sa agency, kailangan mabilis po mag-compute ang ating mga ahensya.
The Department of Budget and Management previously revealed that the first of the 4 tranche salary increases for national government employees will start this year, retroactively from January 2024 and followed by yearly salary adjustments from January 2025 to January 2027. Pangandaman says the existing personal services funds will be utilized to carry out the required salary changes, with any shortfalls to be covered by the Miscellaneous Personal Benefits Fund. On August 2, President Bongbong Marcos signed the order for government workers' salary increase and additional allowance. Nino Muhlach says his son Sandros' alleged abusers have personally apologized for what they did, claiming that they had mistaken what transpired as consensual. Speaking before the Senate Committee on Public Information and Mass Media's hearing on Monday, Muhlach says his meeting with Jojo Nones and Richard Dode Cruz took place at the house of GMA Senior Vice President Annette Gozon Valdez, who invited them over. Muhlach discloses that in that meeting, Nones and Cruz apologized to him, saying they thought what they did was just alright with his son.
Sabi nila, sorry talaga, sorry ninyo, ganun. Kasi akala namin okay lang. When they said sorry, syempre naintindihan ko yung kwento ng anak ko.
Yun na yun.
Yun na yun, di ba? And then they said, akala daw nila okay lang.
Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada, who is a member of the committee, then asks Muhlach if Nones and Cruz admitted doing something untoward, to which Muhlach responds,
Yes, yan. But clearly, kung okay lang, di wala kami rito sana ngayon. Diba? At saka hindi sana nag-iiyak yung anak ko. And Miss Annette Gozon was our witness during that meeting.
Nones and Cruz, previously identified as independent contractors of GMA, were present during the Senate hearing after failing to attend the previous hearing. Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto confronted a group of protesters rallying against the construction of the new City Hall. But the mayor later finds out that the protesters were actually from Quezon City instead of Pasig. In a post on Facebook, Soto explains that he met with the protesters in front of the Pasig City Hall after their office received a report that more than 300 residents of their city will join the protest. But upon meeting the protesters, the Pasig City Mayor discovered that most of them were from Quezon City.
Ito po galing QC. Yun, okay na po, ha?
QC, taas kamay, QC! QC!
Mga QC po sila.
Soto says his office is willing to answer any questions regarding the construction of the new Pasig City Hall.
Kahit anong tanong po, pwede natin sagutin po. Medyo malaki po talaga. Kaya tama lang na magtanong ang mamamayan. Tama lang po na magtanong ang mamamayan. Pero, huwag po sana na dahil sa masamang politika.
In the same video, Soto says that according to their investigation, most of the protesters were brought by a political group, a move which the mayor describes as dirty tactics.
Taga saan talaga kayo? Ba't kayo pumunta dito sa...
Gusto lang namin makita si Teo kasi nagtutulong lang kami. Tama lang talaga kami.
Hindi nyo alam ba't kayo nandito?
Wala kaming idea, promise. Kasi sinabi, pupunta lang daw kami dito.
Soto further says that a detailed costing of the construction of the Pasig City Hall will soon be available to the public. Last year, Soto unveiled a plan for the construction of the new Pasig City Hall. Manila Electric Company consumers may see a slight increase in their electricity bills this month. According to Meralco, they would impose a minimal upward adjustment of 3 centavos per kilowatt hour in power rates. This will push the overall rate to 11 pesos and 63 centavos per kilowatt hour from 11 pesos and 60 centavos per kilowatt hour last July. Residential customers consuming 200 kilowatt hour can expect an increase of around 7 pesos in their power bills. Meralco puts the blame on the higher transmission charge, with an increase reaching about 11 centavos per kilowatt hour. According to Meralco, the wholesale electricity spot market charges for August went up by 59 centavos per kilowatt hour, as it would collect the third of 4 installments of deferred costs ordered by the energy regulator.